morning, and I hope everybody here in the UK had a fantastic Easter break. Welcome again to the mindfulness session with the PPMA, being led by the Executive Director Leatham Green from the Mindfulness HR Centre. I'm Kerry Nutley, and we're sponsoring here today. I hope everybody managed to get some rest and relaxation in over the long weekend if you were here in the UK. And with that, I'm very much looking forward to picking back up on our mindfulness journey with Leatham. Leatham, over to you.
Oh, thank you, Kerry, and good morning to everybody. Thank you for joining us. For those who are returning, great to have you back. I missed you over the weekend, and I hope you managed to put into practice some of the techniques that I've been sharing with you. And if you're a first-time arrival here, then it's great to have you here. Yeah, and I'm sure that hopefully you'll pick up a few tips from today that you can share throughout the rest of your week. Yeah, see how you get on. I'm going to share with you a new technique today. It's called the ABC of mindfulness. That's about arriving, breathing, and connecting. And this, whilst we're going to do a 20-minute sit today, can be done in a minute, 3 minutes. You can use it and drop it into however much time you've got available. So it's not saying I'm going to try and find a big swathe of time every day. Doing a little bit every day than you did the previous day is the best way forward. So trying just to build up a new routine. And this is what these series of broadcasts have been trying to do, introduce a new routine into your daily life, which you otherwise wouldn't have done, trying to think about using up some of the time that you might have spent commuting or driving to work if you're now home-based, and then looking at what goes on in your day-to-day routines to say, well, where and how can I drop some of these practices in. So yeah, it's about also recognizing and acknowledging what we do have rather than what we don't have, what we've now got in our life. We're into kind of week 4 of lockdown, and for many of us, those fears, anxieties, worries, concerns might be increasing. Getting used to a new routine and pattern that's come into play over these past weeks. So it is about recognizing what we have rather than what we don't have, and also the personal qualities that we possess, and recognizing that this is enough. So really, that's what the essence of mindfulness is. It's about connecting with your breath, the only thing that we can say exists at this moment in time, focusing on your breath deliberately, on purpose, acknowledging your breath, and not judging yourself. So this is not saying I should be doing it this way or that way. It's just about being alert and aware of your sensations and experiences right here, right now. So if you're new to mindfulness practice, I'm going to guide you through the session this morning. And if you're an experienced practitioner, then it's great to have kind of the support over the airwaves of fellow mindfulness practitioners, and just sharing a moment of calmness and stillness and quietness ready for your day ahead. A few practical tips: please make sure that your telephone is switched off. Ideally, I'd rather have it switched off than on vibrate, so you're not going to be distracted. And none of us are that important that you can't be done without for 20 minutes in this morning, ready to set yourself up for the day ahead. It's a real investment in your mental and emotional health and well-being, hugely important to actually make the most of your day. So having the phone switched off ideally is great. Not having it next to you either, so you're not kind of wondering what's going on inside it. I'm using a high-backed chair, and so it provides me with a little bit of support to my spine, which might not be used to sitting upright and alert, because I want this sense of alertness and engagement with the practice rather than sitting in a squelchy, comfy sofa seat. But if that's where you are today, don't worry about it. Just think about that for the next time. Make sure that your feet can come into close contact with the ground beneath, the earth beneath. So we kind of create a right angle at our knees. So here's the calf and the thigh. And so you might need some blocks to support your feet underneath, or have some cushions on your chair to lift you up if your knees are bent. The blanket I use to put around my shoulders. It's a little bit chilly here today, although the sun is beautiful and shining, the birds are singing. But if it gets cold, I can use a blanket. I'm also using some of that cloth to support my hands as they rest on the tops of my thighs. The palms of my hands are facing upwards, and that enables the chest area to expand ever so slightly. and my shoulder blades drawing down the spine. So keeping the chest area nice and open and free, and the throat, so that we can breathe freely and naturally. There's no force. So that's it. So I think that's everything I need to check off with you. We are recording the session, as Kerry said at the beginning, but you aren't being recorded, so don't worry about that. It's important. If you want to come in your pajamas, dressing gown, or whatever, then you can just sit there and relax and listen to us and watch us. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you to stand up just for a few moments and connect with your physical body, being aware of your space surrounding you. So just starting to shake your hands. And in this time of lockdown, and we're already hearing kind of those announcements that this might be in place for a little while longer, connecting with your physical self, as well as your mental and emotional self, is really important. So getting up and doing the shakeout, if you're working from a desk, is important. I encourage you to try and do that every hour. Going to your elbows, just shaking out your elbows. You can see a little bit of delay there in my picture, but don't worry. And being mindful of your physical condition. I don't want you to compound that by being too exerting with your physical body. Up to your shoulders. And imagine you're dropping your arms off your body. And breathing in through your nose unless you're congested. That means out through your mouth. In through your mouth if you need to, but ideally it's in through your nose and out through your mouth. Perfect. And just allowing your arms to be soft by the side of your body. Fingertips really loose. It's important your fingertips are very sensitive. Like these to be nice and soft. The texture of panna cotta, I describe it as. So to the outside world, it looks quite firm, but there's a nice wobble in it. And just shaking out the body. Getting rid of any tension, any rust or sawdust that might be in there. The feet are hip distance apart. Inside of the feet are parallel with each other and drawing through the legs. So there's no tightening or locking back of the knees. You're lifting and extending through the legs. Broadening that space between the pelvis and the lower ribs. The stomach, belly area is soft. Broadening across the collarbone. So imagine that you're hanging yourself on a coat hanger. Your shoulder blades joined together down the spine. Let's just do a few circular motions, lifting the shoulders up to your earlobes and down. Shoulders up, bringing the shoulder blades together and down the spine. Nice and slowly. Store a lot of tension off to now shoulders. So releasing this is very important. And then in the opposite direction, shoulder blades together, drawing them up the spine to the earlobes and back down. So 3 repetitions of that is perfect. And then just hanging yourself back up on your coat hanger. The crown of the head extending upward. Imagine that you've got a cord coming from the crown of your head, lifting you up to the sky above. And it's with this physical intention that we're going to return to our seat. And keeping this sense of alertness very clearly in your mind. Connecting with the cushion of the chair, your sitting bones. And just making yourself comfortable, however that feels for you at this time. Just breathing freely through your nose. Out through the mouth. Nothing forced. If you feel comfortable, closing your eyes as we arrive to our practice. Feet connected to the ground beneath. Imagine the energy flowing in on your in-breath through the soles of your feet. Moving through your legs and lifting through the spine. It's long, light and lifting. The back of your neck extended. Shoulder blades drawing down the spine. Crown of the head extending upward to the ceiling. Jaw is soft and your tongue is resting behind the bottom teeth. So the tongue is free away from the upper mouth. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just taking your gaze down to a point on the floor in front of you. You're breathing freely and naturally. There's nothing forced here for you. Just being with yourself as you're breathing in and breathing out. Just arriving at your seat for the practice. Your body is upright and stable, and at the same time relaxed and soft. And for the next 20 minutes, you've absolutely nowhere else to go than being here, right now, without forcing yourself, without criticizing yourself, just allowing your breath to be free and easy. And notice as we sit here together, just how you're actually feeling at this moment. There's no right or wrong way to feel, just being aware of any sensations that are arising at this point in time for you. If your mind begins to wander through the practice, that's absolutely normal. The mind is very active and busy. So just be aware of the mind wandering, and without forcing or criticizing, just allowing those thoughts to float away from you. Just like a cloud in the sky or a bird flying past you in the sky. Just let them go. And bringing your attention always back to your in-breath. Focus with your in-breath and release with your out-breath. This is a time to nourish yourself, steady your mind, and making the decision to be here, purposefully set your intention for the day ahead. Forehead is soft, shoulders relaxed, stomach area nice and open, and lifting without force from the sitting bones through the spine. The spine is long, light, and lifting. Arms falling away from the shoulders. Palms of the hands facing upwards as they rest on the tops of your thighs. So we focus with your in-breath and releasing that go with your out-breath. So we begin to bring our attention to our breathing. Focus on your breath entering and leaving your body, moment to moment. As you breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice the rise and fall of your diaphragm as it flattens with an in-breath and contracts with an out-breath. As it flattens and the muscles on your ribs expand with your in-breath and release with your out-breath. The rising and falling of your breath soothing, softly, like silk, with your out-breath. Just releasing and letting go with your out breath of any unwanted sensations. And if your mind is wandering, just bringing your attention as you allow the thought to float away back to your in-breath. Breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe in and breathe out, here you are at the center of your world, letting go and not holding onto any unwanted sensations. Focus with your in-breath, float away those unwanted sensations with your out-breath. Following the breath in through your nostrils, through your nose to your sinus, back of your throat, down your windpipe into your lungs, right down to the diaphragm, the full in-breath. And notice the full out-breath as it rises from your diaphragm, through the lungs and windpipe, throat, nose, and out through the nostrils. Notice your full in-breath and your full out-breath. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. And gently allowing the attentiveness of your breathing to blend into the background. Like the sounds of waves, the sea, as you walk along the shoreline. And bring your awareness to the sounds you can hear about you at this time. Right here, right now. All of the sounds you hear. The loud sounds, the soft sounds, which make up this moment as we sit together. Noticing the sounds that you're drawn to, the sounds you're trying to push away. Just notice without forcing anything. Just really acknowledging how you feel as we sit here together. With your full in-breath releasing with your full out-breath. And just sit and experience the sounds as you breathe in and breathe out. releasing and relaxing. Just allowing your breath to be free and easy. And gently allowing your attentiveness to return to your breathing. Connecting with the physical sensations of the breath entering and leaving your body. You're not changing it in any way. You're not forcing. There's no right way or wrong way. Just feeling how you're feeling at this point. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. And taking your awareness to the smells and fragrances that you notice in the room in which you're sitting. As you breathe in and breathe out. Notice the smells without forcing your awareness, just allowing them to enter your body. Focus with your in-breath and release with your out-breath. Experiencing the smells and fragrances that you're sensing as you breathe in and breathe out. As we breathe in, bringing your awareness back to your breathing. The rise and fall of your rib cage. Breathing in, you touch a deep source of energy. Really a sense of life-giving. And breathing out, you feel nourished and smile to yourself. The simple pleasure of breathing and connecting. Breathing in, you notice you are alive today at this time. And breathing out, you feel a real sense of freedom as your mind begins to settle and clear. And breathing in, you feel happy. And breathing out, you send kindness to yourself and those around you. And breathing in, notice the sensations, the clothes touching your skin. And breathing out, just rest in those sensations that you're feeling and experiencing. Sense of touch of the temperature against your skin, difference in temperature between skin in your face, the parts of the body which are covered with cloth. Breath is free. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. And breathing in, notice how your breath has become deeper and slower. That effort or force, just through sitting together, focusing on your in-breath, releasing and relaxing with your out-breath. Now notice the nature of your in-breath and out-breath. It's more steady, settled, bringing a sense of calmness to your body and mind. Just as we breathe in and breathing out. With your in-breath, you smile at the conditions of happiness present within you at this time. As you breathe out, release all of your worries and stresses, smiling as they leave your body. And breathing in, set your intention, kindness to yourself and others for the day ahead. A sense of purpose. You set that intention of kindness for yourself. Your mind steady, your body and breath is free and open. And remember, you're the carrier of love and kindness for yourself. Rest in this thought. Trust in this thought. And embrace this thought. So right here, right now, see yourself in the day ahead, living with love and kindness for yourself and others. If you find yourself losing your way through the day, just take a moment and breathe in. Fill your body with this sense you're feeling now of calmness and stillness, love and kindness. As you breathe out, let it flood through your body, bringing back this feeling that you're experiencing right here. And just say to yourself, may I be well, and may I be happy today, as I live my life with kindness. A simple moment, pause and reflection. So very slowly, if your eyes are closed, begin to open your eyes and allow the daylight to return. To bring our attention and connect it with the world around us, ready for the day ahead. And thank you for joining me this morning, and I hope to see you back tomorrow, otherwise hopefully during the week, and enjoy whatever your day has ahead. So over to Kerry.
Hello, thank you so much for that, Lethan. Very relaxing and great to be back into the mindfulness sessions after a 4-day break. Just a quick reminder, I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Lethan is joining us for one of Oracle's HR Talk Times. They're free to anybody to join who is an HR practitioner. You can find the information to register either through mine or Lethan's LinkedIn page. As I say, Lethan is with us this afternoon at 12, they're for half an hour, and then we have some other amazing presenters for the rest of the week and the beginning of next week. As always, as we said at the beginning of the call, these are recorded if you ever need to duck back in. They are on the PPMA website, the URL is there, and then contact details for Lethan and myself, as always, there on the right. That just leaves me to say thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. Keep well, keep safe, and hopefully see you tomorrow morning. Goodbye. Thank you so much.